Namaste everyone. Namaskar. Anyone wants to say anything? You can raise your hand, virtual hand. Silence is the vehicle which brings us home, helps us to get peace, eternal peace. All doubts arise only from mind. Only silence is from the source. But still, I ask people if they have any questions or doubts, because though it is illusory, but people feel that question very, very important and they want answer to it, as if after that answer, the mind will completely dissolve. So many times you clear one doubt and then more questions come. These questions sometimes keep that ego alive. Being a neurologist, so many people ask me how to keep my memory alive, how to avoid dementia. How should I remember? How should I remember everything? And some people without any disease, they keep doing so many things just so they are so scared that one day they might lose their memory. They keep doing so many things. Sudoku, crosswords. Look, I'm not against, but so much anxiety about, losing their memory. But no shame in knowing that we have lost the real memory. No shame. One thing is, everyone is ignorant. They don't even know that they have lost that memory, that they are pure self. Nobody is interested in that memory. Everyone is interested in this unreal virtual memory. Perhaps some sort of dementia might erase this unreal memory. Who knows? This unreal memory depends on mind, and the real memory is independent of mind. That real memory is coming back home. That I am the self. I am not this body. I am not this mind. The whole problem is forgetfulness. And nobody talks about this forgetfulness. Everyone talks about and gets scared of losing memory. Let's talk about the one which we all have forgotten. That which we have no memory. That which we are striving to regain, that memory. How do you regain that memory? To regain that memory, simply we have to shun, we have to discard attachment to the unreal. Everything what our mind is carrying as baggage is all unreal, creating a bondage in us. How long we have forgotten our real nature. It could be millions of years or whatever it is. At some stage we had that memory, and then whatever happened, now we don't remember, because it is not gaining anything new or learning anything new. Eternal is always the same. We have to just leave transient. You leave transient, you don't gain anything new. So when we leave transient, it is simply by detaching ourselves to the word and worldly things and all what it incorporates, and bringing our energy to that pure divine energy. So when you know it, you know that I don't know why I was not remembering it, or how, what happened, why I got so much trapped in this thing around me, as a body, as a person, as a family, and I had no recollection of what I am. Everyone, after gaining that knowledge or intelligence, or I should say regaining, has no clue how I didn't remember that. As if we were under a spell, like a drunken person. Too drunk, he doesn't know where he is, what he is doing, and the next day he says, "Oh, look, I had no clue what happened. Now I am sober." This soberness is our real nature, that purity. Meena, you want to ask something?
Yes, I don't want to interrupt you. I don't want to ask, but
I can't hear you. Can you increase your volume?
is it now better?
Yeah.
I have not a question, but something is within me. Like, this body is not me, but this body is like a spaceship where I can reach my true self. It's also important. That's why we are looking for it, and it's also that we this awakening is not happening in dream state. We have to make it in this waking state, and what this Shavana Manana Nididhyasana, we are some in some kind recognizing it also with the intellect first, and then we are dropping all this that we are not. But I am asking myself, how is it possible when, for example, I have dementia or something? So is this process not interrupted? It's maybe a stupid question, I don't know. But I'm asking because in one part, I am not this body, and in another part, this body is also very, very precious, also to go beyond this.
Who told you that this body is very precious to go beyond?
No, not maybe I don't say it good. I don't think precious, but when Ramana says, when you are in the true state in deep sleep, so you go in this state when you are awake. I don't know. It's maybe my understanding that also we have to take in one kind care. We have also to take the right food, Sattvic food, and all this. I don't know. Maybe it's completely wrong what I'm saying.
Look, this is the thing, every human being is too much doing for the body. So these instructions are useless. That take care of the body, eat balanced diet, do this. Already people are so much attached. All sorts of these instructions are big trap. Better just to be in awareness and leave all this drama about the body. All these yogis, who do hatha yoga, all the time they do 4 hours of yoga every day. And then they take up their clothes and they show their body to whole world. They go on stage and all crazy ideas. Then they call it hot yoga, warm yoga, cold yoga, all nonsense. So better don't just too much worry about the body, just leave body wherever it is. This is the biggest problem with the mind. It is, rather than getting detached from the body, it gets more attached just by these instructions that take care of the body is precious, eat healthy, do this, go exercise, because I will get it one day, I will achieve it. And I'll tell you, that person will never get it. I can guarantee whole world will get it except that person. That's why it is the most difficult thing for the yogis to get it. They never get it. They are full of ego. They have millions of followers and billions of dollars and doing all the stupid thing, and they live longer to do all those stupid things because their body is now so good. Bhagwan, when he was 70, he was looking like 90. At the age of 50, he was unable, he had so much of difficulty even taking a parikrama around the mountain. And if you think you are his devotee, you're talking about body and precious body and taking care of the body. See where he was and see what we are talking about. This is the time we are bringing his teachings so high to so low level, because the whole world is at so low level of doing all these drama about the body all the time. And we are in that trap, and we talk the same crazy, stupid language which the whole world is talking, and then talking that we are doing Bhagavan Ramana Satsang. It's complete craziness. And then we talk, I will get it, and I will get it when I will be awake by doing all this. I. What I? This I has to go. For the grace to flow, this I has to go. That is why
I
practice.
Don't think the body is precious. I only think I have a fear inside that when I don't get it now, then it's like I miss it. I don't know.
I get your point, but I am just trying to tell you, I'm just trying to correct you that whoever gets, it's only by grace, not by practice. Practice is also to earn the grace. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We do practice to earn that grace, nothing else.
Yes.
Nobody gets by practice. No one, without exception. If someone says, I did practice and I got it, I will not believe that person. We do practice effort, remembrance, japa, devotional, bhajans, bhakti, whatever we do to get that, earn that little grace. And it is a paradox, because the grace is flowing like sunshine to everyone, but we don't feel till we have ego. So far we keep saying, I am doing practice and I'm keeping this body fit. I know, I'm not talking about you, but I know so many devotees, they say, I get up at 4, then I do yoga, then I do pranayam, then I eat fruits, then I go for walk. Whole time they are just about eating, exercise, yoga. So much. When you lose faith on body mind completely, and you only trust that absolute, then you are free.
Yes.
And I agree, our practice starts from intellect. We understand at the intellectual level, then we use this body, then we make this body or mind to focus on that self. So it, like, you start with the ego, but eventually this has to go, this has to be disappear, and that disappearance happens when our inclination from the word goes towards God, because it is the same mind. You have to flip it when it is interested. And look, I have to very clearly tell, mind and body belongs to the word. It is not part of absolute. It belongs to this maya. It is part of this dream. So why, if you take care of the mind and the body and all, and then the word, and then you are already on, this is the problem. That awareness is not in a problem. It is still watching this satsang, it is witnessing, it is impartial, neutral, pure, in you, in me, everywhere. How to get into it? When we keep quiet, when we give up, we surrender. So surrender brings us more into it. Our dispassion brings us more into it. Our interest in that brings us more into it. And that is why you see, if you follow Bhagavan Ramana, there were no students, only devotees. Devotee means there is a devotion, there is faith, there is trust in that pure energy. So don't see Bhagavan in a form. See Bhagavan as that pure self in you, me, and everyone. And be devotee to that. So be devotee to that means that whatever comes, whatever goes, whatever happens, we accept wholeheartedly. And we don't question it. Because who questions? Only ego questions. So when you stop questioning, ego becomes a vestigial organ, it disappears, because you're not using it. When you don't use something, it becomes of no use. Like Bhagavan couldn't, was not speaking for some time, it was so hard for him to speak after that, and took a while. He might have never spoken if no one would have asked anything. Same is this mind, this ego. You stop trusting that. You trust only that absolute, which has already done everything for all of us and is doing all the time. But when we think we can do it, we get into trap. So satsang is to gain that grace, to be in that flow of pure grace, which is incessant, ever flowing to all of us, irrespective where we live, what we do or not do. Our interest is the only important thing. Our longing, yearning to know it, remembering it in whatever way. If you call it a practice, then it is a practice. If it's a japa, it is a japa. If you watch a picture of any deity, it is that. Or idol worship, it is that. Or nothing, it is that. Just staying silent. But all of that will lead to that only. It all depends on your intensity. So who is a mature seeker? Bhagavan used to say, path of self-inquiry is for a mature seeker. Or they say, this is for someone who has a little dust. So who is this little dust? Little dust means who has already given up everything in this world, who is not interested in anything, who has lost complete interest in everything. All doings, all relationships. He is not even interested in next breath. That is what the secret I'm telling you.
Yes.
Not to take care of this body and because then it becomes another trap. Body will stay as long it has to. You don't have to worry too much about it. So who is not even interested in the next breath? Then freedom is at your doorstep.
Sanjay, I'm so thankful for your words, and I am listening every day, and really my heart is full of you and of Bhagavan and of all that is said. And I know that this grace is already here. I have not to gain it.
Very
it
true.
is already grace that I am seeing that and that I'm hearing, and I'm so thankful. I know so many people here, they even don't want to know something about that. And I'm so thankful that this chance has come, and I am open for this with all my heart. And I thank you very much.
Thank you, Meena. It is something the mind keeps playing, and attaining liberation is death to the mind. And the mind comes with vengeance. It wants to put some heavy weight on us. So we get trapped, and it tries its best at the end. And then, but if, as Bhagavan says, you have put your head into tiger's mouth, no escapism. He will finish you. So,
Please.
and it continues, and it continues, and it continues. And I'll tell you, this remembrance of our true self is independent of mind. So that is a good thing. So even if someone is having dementia or towards dementia, they should not worry about that, because it has nothing to do with your mind apparatus. That remembrance is independent of that. Independent, completely independent of that.
Yes.
More you walk towards that godliness, it just manifests, and what happens is that only it is left. We don't know when we finish. It finishes. Then you think that who was living in this body before I knew? Who was that? I don't know. Who was doing all the stupid things, I don't know who does that. It is only that pure energy in all of us. It is always there in all beings. What they are doing or they are not doing, and they might think that they are bad people, but no, bad people is just illusion. The divine is in all of us equal. So what Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi has experienced, you will experience exactly same. You will not that Bhagavan will be at this level and you will be always below. No. For you it will be like that because you respect so much. So you always keep him up there and you pray to him. But internally it is the same Bhagavan. And his praise is our own praise because there is no difference. No difference. Only God is known by God. Understand this truth. No person can know it. A person can talk about it, but only God can know God. No one else can know God. That is why they say, one of the Indian scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, if you read, so many times in it says that it is Guha, it is Param, it is very secret, it is the most secret. He says so many times in that for different things. And don't talk to anyone who makes fun of me. Fun of me means of that awareness, that godliness, who is not interested to listen to it, who has doubts on it. Don't talk to that. That is why the satsang smaller is better, because these people are intense seekers, striving to know that self. And when you talk here, he manifests. He is already there, but he unfolds in that energy, because there it is not a public gathering and someone is giving a speech about God and then there is a heated discussion about where God is there or God is not there. Then there is no godliness in that. When we are open, when we accept, and we are humble, it manifests in all of us. And it keeps getting more and more, because it is only there, it is infinite. When we take interest in it, it just shows us. That also is very eager to manifest in all of us. In every body, he is eager to manifest. When you put a plant, a flowering plant, you keep seeing when the flowers will come. And in, let's say, you put 100 and flower comes only in one. You want it to come in all of them. Same is God. He wants to come in all of us. But we have to give proper nurturing of the internal environment for it to come through us. So if our all attention, all efforts are only about it, then it comes. And it comes very, very gradually in most of us. Bhagwan is an exception, that it came like this and it never left. But again, Bhagwan used to say that he did whatever required in past, though he never elaborated whatever previous births he had and what he did, but he always said it is never spontaneous. Though that moment is spontaneous, but before that, it is your liking for that. So much liking for it. Otherwise, in this world, there are millions of things to be busy, from sports to entertainment, food, career, friends, family. People don't have time. And they say, oh, look, I don't have time for these things. Once I'll retire, I will think about spirituality. Who says that? Who has no time? Who is asking you to live like a slave, always busy? Who is leading our life? We don't know. And then life ends and the next life starts. So many people retire not to gain any spirituality, to have more fun. They say, now I will enjoy life. And then the problem is that we don't know how long we'll live. We plan to do things in a way, but how long we live, we don't know. Stay in that beautiful company of awareness. It never leaves us. When we are attached to mind, we leave it. We go into dream, then we go into sleep, and then we wake up, and then we are busy with thoughts, and we keep doing things as if we forget it completely, and it is watching us all the time. It is there. It also thinks how stupid this person is. I am here to talk to him or her, but has no time. I'm busy and the one life is short, and then we have another life because people say, oh, I couldn't fulfill these things, maybe in next life I'll do it, or I'm so attached to my son, I might come as a grandson in this family or something. Attachment and all these things continue. If there is no attachment, no desire, no likes, no dislikes, then you are not going to get into another birth. But to be in that state, one has to know the truth. Otherwise, this dream just continues. It is just a dream. Bhagavan used to say that dream at night and this waking state, there is no difference, except that this is longer and that is shorter. There is no other difference. But for us, that is a dream and this is a reality, and reality, nobody is interested. That forgetfulness, that memory of that truth, which we can't remember and we are striving, can come by just this simple practice, by putting our whole energy towards divinity in us and pulling out all energy from the mind, from thoughts, from the activity. This is actual retirement. Retire completely from this world. Someone says you lost all the money, you say okay. And then someone says you gained everything, you say okay. And then says you lost again, you say okay, very good. Can we attain that state where nothing matters? Because this dream continues as long as we have interest. Whatever interest. Try to find one person in this world who has no interest. And interest doesn't mean that the person is doing something. There are people who might not be doing any work, but they are interested in thousands of things, always thinking in their mind. And then there would be people who are working or doing things, but they have no doership in it. Just abiding in pure self and watching the body doing things. No ego, no pride, no guilt, no doership. That is liberation. Practice that. Whatever work we accomplish, not giving any credit. Not even I'm saying giving credit to God. Some people talk like this, oh, this is all because of God, I'm nothing. Don't use these words also. No need to say anything. Just be. Just be attentive to that pure silence, which is all pervading all the time. Silence is the language of God. Silence is the language of self. Be in that language all the time. When anything happening in our life which we think important, so many thoughts comes, whether it will happen or not happen. Anxiety means that we are interested in a particular result. Fear also means that we have not surrendered. Fear of death, fear of even not knowing the truth. If I have surrendered completely, then whatever it is, will do it as and when that absolute feels that I should know. But when the surrender is complete, you know instantaneously, because there is no I left. Only practice we have to do is unlearn, undo. Whatever it is always the same. We are busy seeing our reflection in the mirror of mind, and then getting into that trap that mind is not living. Mind is not saying anything to us. We are giving all these crazy stuff to mind. Do this for me, and then we say after me, no, don't do this for me, and then do this for me, and no. And then you create a goal and you achieve it, and the moment you achieve it, you say, no, now this goal. Mind thinks, what type of boss this is, always keeping me busy, confused. If mind has a choice, he will also not live with us. We want to get rid of mind. Mind also want to get rid of such a stupid boss. See what we do with mind. People make a plan and they say, oh no, I'll not do it, today is too hot. And then they say, oh, we'll do this. And so much of confusion. Mind is not confused, we are confused. If you record someone's thought, it is a madhouse. We are not pure. We think something, we say something, and we do something different. Where is the purity? Purity will come when you put your mind, your thoughts to divine. Then thoughts become divine, your words become divine, your action becomes divine. At ego level, we will keep doing drama. Mind will say, I will do this so I'll get some money or some fame or something. And then you speak something completely opposite. I'm doing for the word, I want to help poor. And then you do some action just so for the sake of drama, little bit, put it on Facebook or somewhere that I'm doing some good work. This is what the ego does. Ego only wants to show this body as good. Only want to show, not actually is. This is the problem. While that God, the divine, is good, it does not show anything. There's nothing to show. And to whom? Because it knows everything is just me. So the showing off goes away, hypocrisy goes away, drama goes away, or acting smart goes away. These are all attributes of ego. And the biggest thing is the doership goes away. Always pay attention to truth, to that eternal truth all the time. Everyone is going through different stages in their life, in their mind, in their seeking to know the truth. For some, there might be very minimal thoughts or almost no thoughts, bliss in all the time, maybe occasional disturbance. And for some, even to grasp this is so difficult, full of so many thoughts. But more you put your energy towards self, these thoughts will disappear because you have no interest. Satsang is Bhagavan's grace, giving us a platform where we can open our heart and get absorbed in that absolute truth and merge with it. These are oases in the word. These are the gates to heaven. You can escape from here. And this cumulative energy of pure consciousness will become millionfold because of so much energy working in same direction to reach the center of heart. All this unfolding happens in pure silence with grace of absolute on all of us all the time. Surrender all your thoughts to Absolute. You stop choosing things. Let Him choose everything for you. Let Him decide. Thoughts only talk to ego. They come to ego to choose, to select, to make you confused. Be that choiceless awareness. Divine choice is our choice. Be in harmony with that energy. Be one with that energy. Understand In reality, you are that which is choosing for you. And the one who looks like choosing is your shadow. It is an illusion. The one who is saying, I am the body, I have mind, I am intelligent, and I can choose, is reflection of the source, thinking I am the source. Recede. Stop working at this level. This is a very low level of energy. This low level of energy can make you popular, rich, whatever, but no liberation. Then why to get involved in it? Just leave it. Recede. Sit back in your heart. Be with that divine energy. It is already doing everything for all of us. It is choosing, it is selecting, it is preparing, not just for you, for trillions of all organisms and beings, without any exception. Everything has surrendered to that except human beings. You also surrender to it. If our surrender is complete, it will do its best to liberate you at the earliest, to make you one with self. Best worship to God is to remember that you are God. Best worship to Bhagavan is to remember you are Bhagavan. You remember Bhagavan and Bhagavan will remember you. You remember Bhagavan and you become Bhagavan. Surrender your ego to Bhagavan. All methods are called as yoga. What is yoga? Yoga is union. We are already that. We just need disunion with what is not truth. Disunion with ego. Disunion with all attachments, desires, likes, all the connection with the word. You have to choose one. Union is already there. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arunachal Ramanaya Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.